That's the roar of the crowd.
We're all dead with Chris and Matt, two idiots, friends in a great big chat. Meet the boys and hear their words. Their brains are full of stinky old turds. What would you rather do instead? We're all dead. We're all dead. We're all dead.
It's such a blazing hot cast.
Blazing hot cast. Welcome,
dude.
everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Hey, people.
It's We're All Dead. What are you doing?
We're back. We're back. We're not dead yet. We're all dead, but we're not dead yet.
Guys,
It's happening soon, though. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, man. It's come to my attention that we are on the verge of major fame.
Oh, God, this again.
We're going to get huge. We're going to get so
No, we're
big,
not.
dude.
We're not. And we
Pretty-
shouldn't.
I'm having a hard time walking down the street already.
Oh, you're getting recognized?
No, my leg's broken.
Oh,
I got hit by a car 4 days ago and I didn't tell anyone.
oh no.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hospitals are expensive. Dude, I am a dummy. So I checked some of our stats. I was just peeking at the old. I was just
You got me
peeking at
good.
the
You son of a
the old
bitch.
stataroonies on
Oh yeah.
our podcast, and
Uh-huh.
I saw that we have one. I'm assuming, dude. I don't know why.
Why would you assume that most of our listeners would be male?
Because women wouldn't put up with this bullshit.
Our wives want to get rid of us, so it must be a guy.
We have one guy listener. We have one listener. Excuse me.
We have one listener. It would be
We have-
such an insult if it wasn't a guy.
We have one listener in the UK. Are you listening to my voice right now? And you're in the UK.
If you're in the
the
UK
person
right
who-
now, then
you're
you're
the
the
person
person,
I'm
we're
talking
talking about. We're talking to you. And
Yeah.
we want to say thank you. I
Thanks.
want to say I'm speaking for myself. I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious how someone in the UK heard about us, decided to listen more than once. Did the stats show that this person has listened to repeat episodes?
Yes. Yeah, they've been listening. They've been
Cool.
listening. And how they hear? They couldn't have heard about it from anyone in the UK because no one else is listening.
Literally the only person. Oh, that's awesome.
It's so
So cool.
Dude, it's what if, it's like one of their. It's like the head of the Tories. Or something. Damn it!
Former Prime Minister Tony Blair is our only listener.
The only listener. Oh, it's quite funny. It's just quite nice.
These chaps are these lads. They're quite cheeky. These lads.
So if you're the one, like if it's Tony Blair, you have to hold a press conference and you have to only talk about We're All Dead podcast.
Yeah, you basically you got to do the heavy lifting, Tony Blair. You have got to promote us because we sure aren't gonna.
Yeah. And if you're not Tony Blair, this goes for you too, obviously. Look,
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
going to be at the pub. All right. You're going to be around your mates. Okay.
Oh my
You guys
God.
call them mates.
We're alienating the one listener in the UK right now.
Hey, UK boy. UK boy. Listen to me. Listen good, little lad.
Oh my God.
I don't know where you're from, but
What if
listen
they're
to me.
using a VPN?
Tell your friends. Tell your friends about us.
Tell all your friends. You
And
know
if you
what?
hate this, tell someone you hate and make them mad.
Tell them
But-
they've got to listen or else.
But you can't point them at this episode and go, these dudes are talking about me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hey, at least this one thing could be true. You could hand them the link to our podcast and say,
hand it to
this
them.
episode is purely about me. We're gonna call this episode our UK fan.
Yep. It's called our UK fan.
Fan is a strong word. I don't know.
Our UK super fan.
Our, our UK casual listener, let's be honest.
And you're really obsessed with us, dude. Lay off.
Yeah, come on. Are you serious? We love you.
Oh, dude,
We love you.
I just realized our phone number is 3 Beerwad, California, but to someone living outside of America,
Yeah.
you now have to work in one more number.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You gotta.
Oh, wait, it's just 13 Beerwad, California.
Yep. 13 Beerwad, California.
All right.
Call
so
us.
Call
Call
UK
us.
guy, 13 Beerwad, California.
Yeah.
Call us.
Call us. Hey, look, international messaging rates may apply. Okay. So just FYI.
Also, you
Call
have
from
if you
Google
call-
Voice or something.
if you call, you have to Venmo me $20, or I won't.
20 pounds. Hello. It's pounds
sorry.
sterling. You
So that's
silly
about-
goose.
Last I checked, that's about $40,000 US.
Yeah.
Oops.
Our stock's going down, if you haven't heard. Oh, boy. We got some real dipshits running the place over here.
Hey, UK guy, remember when we fought a major war to get away from you guys because you guys were tariffing us too much and taxing us too much? Whoopsie.
Well,
We made some oopsies.
turns out those tariffs are back and we did them. So we learned nothing.
We could have just stuck with
Ugh.
you guys and had free healthcare.
We could have been so much better.
I know.
Oh.
Free university, free healthcare. Oh,
Hey,
damn.
hey, but Matt, we've got fish and chips here,
We are so free, dude.
but we cannot get mushy peas. There's not a single restaurant in the United States will do the mushy pea thing, and I, for one, am upset.
I have mushy peas at a restaurant 1/4 of a mile from my house, and all they do is fish and chips and mushy peas and sausage
I was
rolls.
lying.
Boom.
And you called me out, and
What?
now I'm gonna throw a bunch of tea in your yard.
Dude, let's not.
I'm seceding from you.
Don't do this in front of our UK fan. You're embarrassing me in America.
That's just diabolical me
Oh,
being
man.
weird. That is, in all honesty, being completely honest, it is very cool. I'm
Yeah.
super pumped that there
It's
is
pretty sweet.
a UK listener, and they're the only one. They're the special one that we're talking to right now.
Hey, UK listener, are you anywhere near London? Because there's a great piece of art that you must go and see. It's the new Stranger Things play down at the West End, which really did just open, and it's huge.
Oh my god!
They were like, "What's the highest form of art we can do? That American Netflix show, Stranger Things. Let's do that as a play." Oh my
Why
god!
would they do it as a play?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
Look,
down the street
just-
from Harry Potter, the
Yeah,
play.
next time you're at platform 9 3/4 in the station, and you run through the wall and hop on the Hogwarts Express, take it straight to Wicked in the West End, the play.
Dude,
Stranger Things, the play. You got to be kidding me.
it is
That's-
funny in London how you walk around and it really is like Harry Potter shit is everywhere in London. It's ridiculous.
It's because, the writer's from there, you silly goose.
It's because it's set there.
I have been fighting the urge to do every accent from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels this entire time we've been
The
talking about the UK.
The best movie.
Oh God, so good. I mean, Lock, Stock was one of the in Snatch 2. You like dogs?
Yeah, I've been
that's-
watching his new movies. They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
The
The one about
Gentleman.
yeah, is that the one about the weed?
Yeah.
the hidden weed
Yes.
growing like
The
syndicate
YouTubers
that- yeah.
go to their
Yeah.
weed farm and breakdance. It's such a funny plot.
It's so good.
They
And
break
that
into
was- that
a
was
weed
a
house
real
and
ride.
breakdance. Yeah, Gentleman's fun because it's closer to those old movies.
Yeah.
It's like just a fun crime thing.
Yeah, criminals getting
Um,
crazy. Was
and
it
I
Layer
really-
Cake one of his movies as well?
I don't think he directed Layer Cake.
Okay,
I think that was someone else.
he
But
might have
it's
produced
similar.
it or something. Guy Ritchie is.
I could be wrong about that completely.
Yeah, that was in the heyday of the Madonna thing, which was confusing to me.
Oh yeah, Guy Ritchie was married to Madonna.
Yeah, he married Madonna, and now she looks like a cat from all the surgeries.
I think they said that he could have taken her money during the divorce. She's so much richer than him,
Yeah,
and apparently he turned it down because he was like, "I'm not a bitch."
yeah.
Have you ever heard an
Not-
interview with Guy Ritchie?
Not
Dude,
some
he's
freak. No.
he sounds like he would fuck you up. Like he sounds like a character from Lock, Stock.
That's awesome.
He's just like, yeah, when I was doing that, I'm just like, whoa, oh shit. I liked his new movie, The Covenant.
These cats. Oh, I guess we can't say that in America, or we'll get
It's-
demonetized. Not
Yeah.
gonna make all that sweet YouTube money.
Yeah, dude, that one UK fan pouring his money in. Give me them pounds.
All these
baby.
views, baby.
I liked his movie, The Covenant, but I also watched it on an airplane, so it may have been emotionally jarring more than usual.
I haven't seen it. I don't know what
That's
it's
the one
about.
with Jake Gyllenhaal, where America pulls out, or no, it's before we pull out of Afghanistan. Jake Gyllenhaal gets hurt, and his Afghani translator that's with them, he drags Jake Gyllenhaal like 50 miles back to the base while he's incapacitated, and while
Drags him back. Holy
yeah,
shit.
he like literally like makes a stretcher and drags them, and then like gets a wheelbarrow. But the translator kills like 20 Taliban members on his way back. He's like lunatic.
Wow.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal wakes up back in America and is like, "Where the fuck is that guy who just saved my life?" And they're like, he has to wait 3 years to get his citizenship like everybody else. And
Oh
they're
my
like, "You
God.
fucking promised him you would bring him back to America and like keep him safe." So apparently we did that to like 4,000 translators. We just like abandoned them,
like promised them.
and we're
Yeah,
going to give them
Promised them.
citizenship.
What would you call it?
Citizenship.
No, but not just citizenship.
Immunity
but like,
or amnesty.
amnesty. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
So yeah, we were like, you guys work with us and help us bring down this group, and we will help you out. And then
Yeah.
we abandoned them, and so the Taliban took over Iran, took over. Iran,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan took over Afghanistan, and all these translators were like enemy number one. They're like on the fucking hit list for these guys. So they're in hiding, awaiting their like getting to America card.
And
So
it's 3 years worth.
it's like years, yeah. And so Jake
Ugh.
Gyllenhaal in the movie, it's funny because it's like at the end of the movie he goes, "This isn't a true story. It's like thousands of true stories."
Jesus.
But Jake Gyllenhaal's like, "Fuck that," and just goes to Afghanistan by himself and is like hiring mercenaries and is just like, "Let's fucking find this dude. Let's get my guy out of here." It's the shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I actually really liked it a lot.
Well, I've got to go watch it now. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure he gets him out, right? Or
The
does he
translator
die?
dude
dies.
is the shit. He's an awesome character.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, I'm so jazzed. I want to
Dude.
go watch it right now. Let's just
Dude,
cut
America
here, and I'm going
rules.
to go watch it, and then
Everybody,
we'll resume.
let's watch The Covenant and then come back and then tell me how bad it stinks. Call 3 Beer Wad California and be like, that movie
Beer Wad,
sucked.
California. That movie was shit. I can't believe you guys recommended it. And it's a Guy Ritchie?
Yeah, and this guy Ritchie.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
He always does like a movie that doesn't fall into his style, and then a movie that does. He's like Soderbergh that way. He kind of goes back and forth.
He's got to do his bread and butter
Get
and
them
then
studio
experiment.
caches.
Yeah.
Like he
That's
directed Robin Hood, like way back, and it bombed.
Oh no! Really?
He did like $100 million Robin Hood that no one saw, and it's like, but dude, it's
Shit.
like, but that shit's the best paycheck for him.
I guess. I mean, would have been better if he got residuals.
Those residues.
Gotta get those resis.
That's something I've never had.
Oh, I still get residuals, man. From One Tree Hill.
Really? Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's hilarious.
I
Chris
should-
acted in the show One Tree Hill.
I should like show one of the residuals checks that I still get from SAG. Whenever they get a new like buyout for like Netflix or something, I get like 14 cents.
Nice.
It's and they spend more on the stamp to send it to me.
It's like, just keep it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Chris
But then one
played
day-
a cool, tough basketball player character
Yeah.
in an episode of One Tree Hill. Was like, you guys want to go 2-on-2? and then they fucking
You guys seriously?
And
You
then
think
Chris-
you can beat us?
terrible at basketball in that.
Yeah.
You guys
Yep.
get schooled.
It was the editing. I really did score way more than they did. I swear. I got typecast.
As a tall guy.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, tell the audience, tell our UK fan, who directed the episode that you of One Tree, a show
Yeah.
that our UK fans never heard of, but it's a really cheesy soap opera like teen drama that was
Yeah.
on for decades.
It was like the
Ever.
heir to the Dawson's Creek fan base, basically. Like they just were like, "What can we make a show about other high schoolers?"
Yeah, it was the
that
same
are slightly
people, right?
younger.
All the
yeah.
same people worked on
Yeah,
that
the
show.
crew was almost entirely the same. They were all
Yeah.
Wilmington people. But
Oh yeah, so who directed the episode you were in?
John Asher.
Yes, who's
The-
John Asher?
John Asher is the co-star of the USA television series Weird Science.
Yes, which I loved.
Yeah, I actually watched it.
I watched
And
it
was,
too.
It was really funny. Like it was one of those where like during the summer at the hottest part of the day, like 1 p.m.
Yeah,
during the summer, you
Dude, there
could
was
go in and turn on USA and see.
watch two nerds hang out with a hot lady they created.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I was like, dude, this is going to be my life. As soon as I learn how to invent
Yeah.
a sex robot that I'd never get to have sex with,
What's
I
his
just
name?
hang out with.
Was his name Wyatt?
I
Is that
think
the
so.
character? I think
I
it
think
was
so.
Wyatt.
Yeah.
He played
That's
the
a deep, dude. That's a
Dude,
deep
that was a-
pull.
That's a crazy
Holy
pull.
shit.
It's early in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was funny too, because like I watched the show and I recognized him, and like first off, two things. I asked him after my first take, I said to him, I was like, do you have any notes? Like, because I had never been on a set before. So I went and I did he was just like,
yeah.
I was like, do we
Big
need to talk about
director.
this before we go? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh,
Who cares?
okay. And he was like, yeah, just do what you did in the audition. He's like, that's why you're here. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I did not get it at all. I thought the only reference that I had for being an actor on TV was movies where there's a reason for them to be talking for the story of the show that they are in, not for the show that they're making in the show. So I was just like confused. And I was like,
Do what you did
oh,
during
okay.
the audition.
Yeah, just do what you did during the audition. You did great. Like,
And act good. Go. Dude.
And don't suck. Go.
And if you watch One Tree Hill, you're like, oh, nobody in this entire show gives a fuck about acting or anything. It's all just so cheesy.
It's like,
Yeah,
no
it's great.
wonder the show is the quality that it is, because everyone was just told, just do what you did in the audition.
That's so funny.
It's so dumb.
So I work with one of the when he's a buddy of mine. I mean, he lives down the street from me now, but my buddy Colin, he's in One Tree Hill. He's one of the dudes. Like he was in like 90 episodes or something.
Okay. Wow.
He's like the third or fourth, whatever billing. And but Colin's like our age, and he was a kid, like he was, a high schooler or whatever he was.
Yeah,
19,
early
20
20s,
something when he was in the show. So all the girls that work at Outer Banks with us, because he plays the police officer in the show Outer Banks.
Uh-huh.
All of the women in the office that work with us are like, oh my god,
he's here.
Him from One Tree Hill. They're all the same age as him, and they were teenage girls when they saw him. And they're just oh my god,
I got a major bump in popularity when I was on the show with all the girls because it made it through the grapevine back in my like hometown.
Yes,
and they were all
hometown cred.
Hey, Chris, you were on One Tree Hill, and I was like,
yes,
that's
famous.
Cool. And they were like, oh, you still suck.
Dude, I remember when you got the show, I went with you to Wilmington, and I just hung out in Wilmington because I was not invited to the set for any reason. I'm just a guy.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, you want to come? You can just like stay in the hotel room that they put me up in.
Yeah,
and we can
and
like
they put Chris in a really nice hotel room.
It was
like for no reason.
Nice. It was cool.
It was a suite like overlooking the river. And anyways,
it was like
a
fancy
Wilmington,
place.
North Carolina.
They had a deal in Wilmington with that
of
hotel.
Course.
That was the Cast Hotel.
I was just so while you were filming, I was just bored. You probably don't remember this. I was bored, and I was just chilling in our hotel room. I was probably stoned.
Yeah.
And I was in our hotel room, and I just saw your hotel stationery in the hotel room. So I wrote you a long, insane letter. And I think it was about like, I was talking about how I'm on the road with you, and it was like every day you're driving, like, I think about just blowing you. And
I'm just gonna slob on your knob.
And I wrote this whole letter, and then I think I got your parents' address where you were staying in Virginia, and I mailed you the letter from the hotel, and you just like got it in Virginia. Your parents had a letter for you.
Yes. Next time I went home to visit, I wish I could find that letter. I wish I could find it. It's somewhere.
We probably shouldn't read it on the air. It was wild. Just like, it's like, dude, it's like, I can't stop. I'm so glad your parents didn't open it. Oh my God.
They would be freaked out. Or maybe they did.
You're on set fulfilling your dream, and I just want you to come back so I can touch your balls.
We can shave our nuts together.
I'm gonna spit coffee up. God damn it!
Oh, so stupid.
This is what we do, by the way. This is what it would be like if we were famous.
It wouldn't change.
We're the biggest
stupid shit,
dumbasses ever.
Yeah, and that's why we have a podcast to share it with the world.
Oh, dude,
with the UK.
Speaking
mostly.
of being famous, is fudge.
Oh,
when I was delivering Uber Eats the other day. Speaking of being hot stuff,
Oh yeah, doing the stuff that famous people do, baby.
dude, I had.
Hot shots.
All right, so I'm such a loser taking my Uber Eats delivery, and I had an order that had three drinks, so they put them in one of those drink
Drink
carriers,
carrier, yeah.
and they didn't have any of the right sized carriers, so they had the bigger one. So all 3 drinks are fucking teetering around crazily.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, dude. I walk it up to this door, and I'm like, usually people have leave it at the door, and this person had meat at the door, so you have to like knock and get them. And I was like, all right, I gotta tell this person, fucking be careful with this drink when I hand it to you, because this took me a Herculean effort to get it there.
Oh no.
So I was so focused on that, which is like, all right, when they knock, who knocks on the door? A 12-year-old girl. She answers the door and reaches out for it. I was like, disaster immediately. Before I even give it to her, her fucking dogs run out of the door, and a poodle that weighs 10 pounds ran up and bit the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, fuck. God, dude, it fucking chomped on my leg. And I was like, oh, shit. She was
fucking dog.
And a 12-year-old is like, Sugar, get back in the house. I was like, fuck you, Sugar. Sugar, dude. Sugar bit the shit out of me.
Oh, Sugar, you little bitch.
So I just threw these drinks at this girl, and she and took them. I was like, get this. Just take it. Take everything.
Just take this. Bye.
And then Sugar tried to run away down the street, and
Sugar
I was like,
sounds like a little shit.
Fuck Sugar. I'm out of here.
Oh, Sugar.
I got chomped. And by the way, our last episode, dude, this was the day we recorded the last episode. Our last episode ended with you noticing my shirt. That was the Silence of the Lambs shirt that had Precious on it. The dog Precious.
Yes, the little tiny doggy do.
Yeah. So you were like, it's like, Precious. And I left and went to work and was wearing the Precious shirt when Sugar bit me.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn it.
That is ridiculous.
Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, Precious.
So, anyways.
Wow, dude, I can't believe that. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It probably happens. It's like you and every mailman in the world.
Yeah.
Every milkman.
My mom delivered mail for 17 years.
Oh, yeah.
She was a postal carrier.
Yeah,
it's in my blood.
She was a postal carrier. Delivering things is in your blood. Yeah, that was before she got into real estate.
Yes.
And started killing it.
Yeah. Dude, she said, it's not, well, because one, she's not in the city, she's in the burbs, so you never get out of your Jeep, or rarely do, except for packages. So dogs, whatever, and people don't have dogs running around like they used to.
Yeah.
You know what she said though? She goes, every single mailbox, you have to open it up and look inside because there are snakes. She goes, snakes crawl through the cracks in the back of mailboxes.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah. So she was like, I've opened mailboxes several times and there's been snakes inside. It's like,
Jesus.
Dude, my mom, she was smart, man. She delivered the same route for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so and my mom's the most sociable person ever, as you know.
Yep.
Unstoppable. And
oh yeah.
So she memorized everyone's name on her entire route over the years and talked to all of them. And she was like, I learned one fact about every single person. And then I would be like, oh, how's your mom doing? How's blah, blah, blah. So she's really good at that stuff.
Yeah.
Then she became a realtor. She took night classes, became a realtor. and then went and dropped letters off to every single one of those people. And this was in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
So when they sold their houses,
They
she
were like,
started
let's
killing
get
it.
Sandy.
So that was her first. Yeah, she was very. My mom is street smart as shit. She's like
Yeah.
never went to college.
She
Had a baby when she was a youngin.
Yeah. And she just knows how to kick it up a notch.
She knows how to work
She is
it.
that. She's a wheeling and dealing kind of gal.
Dude, she can talk to anybody, and
Yeah.
they're cool with it.
Yeah. Never met a stranger. Disarming. She is like real quick to. She'll get you to admit your
Yeah.
secrets very quickly.
She was at a bar and grill, like years ago. But she was at a bar and grill, and Bill Murray was sitting at the table next to her, and she just turned. She was like, "How's your night tonight?" Like as loud as can be, and he was like, "Oh, good," but like she does it in a way where he was actually like receptive and
Yeah.
like talked to her for a while,
Yeah.
because she's just like. She does it in a way where he's like, she would have done that to whoever was sitting here. It's
Right.
not just me.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah. She wasn't like, how you doing, Bill Murray?
Yeah, she could name 2 Bill Murray movies, maybe. She would not. What's the one on the golf course? And she'd just be like, all right, whatever.
He never did a golf course movie.
What? You motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I literally filmed
Angels
on a
on the
golf
par
course.
4.
Angels on the par 4. The par 4. Every course
the
has like,
greenskeeper. The legend of Larry Vance. None?
Oh, my
None of
God.
those? Oh, yeah, Caddyshack, of course. Damn.
I filmed on a golf course with Bill and his brothers.
Oh, yeah, they have a golf merchandise
Brag.
company.
Yeah, he has a golf. William Murray, the golf clothing line.
I gotta get some William Murray threads, bro, to wear during golf.
Wait, where? Oh, it's all the way up there. Can you see that? At the top there, the man throwing the golf club
Oh yeah.
at the very top.
Uh-huh.
That's Bill Murray's silhouette throwing a golf club away.
Hey, little swag you got.
Yeah, I wish I had some. Dude, actually, so I just listened to his episode of. He went on Joe Rogan. It's the only Joe Rogan I've listened to in over a
Years.
year.
Yeah.
But I was fascinated to see what Bill Murray was like on there, and it was funny. They're like, he didn't know who Joe Rogan was. His people were like, you need to do this for this new movie coming out or whatever. And he was like, okay. And Joe Rogan, like on the podcast, Joe Rogan goes, he came in and he was like, you came in and you introduced yourself to like one of my dudes and you didn't know which one was me. And he was just like, yeah. He's like, I don't know. He goes, I've heard your name. That's it. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
That's
It's
the-
kind of it's kind of an interesting power move too.
Yeah,
Where-
it could
where
be
like
a power
an
move.
unintentional power move, just like I'm on such a level that I don't even know who you are or
No.
what you do.
I don't think he really checks the internet.
Yeah,
I don't think Bill Murray listens to a podcast.
No.
He rolls around Charleston here, and he's got his little shitty phone, and he
Yeah.
calls his buddies and
he's got a flip phone and he goes and hangs with
wheels
his
and
people.
deals.
Yeah.
You know,
I love the idea. So Bill Murray, for the past 30-ish years, he doesn't have an agent.
no,
He doesn't. He's like, I
He
have
doesn't
a
have anyone.
1-800 number.
yeah, he's got like his phone number.
Yeah, and you call my 1-800 number, and if I happen to listen to your pitch, I'll take a meeting with you. But like, there's no
Yeah, And
he curates every request for his time himself.
and
which
he's
is
like, I'll show up.
interesting.
He's like, what date? And they'll tell him a date. And he's like, okay, I'll be there. And then they're like, we didn't hear from. So the first time I ever worked near him, I was working on a travel show called
Mm.
Parts Unknown.
Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, and they were like, we haven't spoken to Bill Murray in 6 months, and they're like 6 months ago he said he would be here like at 6 p.m. and he fucking strolled right through the door at that time and was like, "Hey," it's like,
Wow,
dude.
Oh wait,
I don't think
I
you-
think did
yeah.
you tell this story on a previous one where
I-
you
maybe
ran
I
into
did.
him? Maybe. Yeah, you ran into him outside and
Um,
chatted with him before he went in, right?
No, I ran into Danny McBride and Jody Hill outside, and then told the producer that they were
Oh.
hanging out, and he was like, "Go." That's right. Yeah, Bill Murray found out that Danny was somewhere in his baseball stadium,
Oh yeah.
and he told his kid to go get. He goes, "Go find Danny McBride." And the kid's like, "Where is he sitting?" And he's like, "I don't know. Go." He's had to run
I
around a
don't
whole
know.
baseball
Go find
field.
him. That's great.
Anyways, fucking bullshit bragging. I stink. I'm getting bit by dogs, dude.
It's not bragging to talk about your experience.
My
Come
life
on.
was such a.
This is what makes this interesting to our UK fan.
That's true,
we
man.
do
Think
know
about what
these. We do have brushes with these folks in
Yeah.
the business we're in, and
Yeah,
sometimes
UK
you know,
fan. I live in a city in America that has over 3 celebrities living in it. Bill Murray.
honestly,
Danny
that could
McBride,
be
who
more
you've
than
never
the
heard
one
of.
that I live in, for sure.
True that.
Yeah, It's
You've
weird.
got a. Let's see. People go to your. No, never mind. No, that's Washington. Forget it. You guys have
Frasier
Bigfoot.
was set in the state next to where I live.
That's a big claim to fame.
Yeah, man. Hey, look. No, I mean, there were some shows that were shot here,
Did
but
you guys know that Frasier was set only 200 miles away from here, but it was filmed 500 miles away?
oh yeah, it was filmed 1,000 miles away in
Oh,
L.A., Los
1,000 miles
Angeles.
away. Yeah.
Welcome to L.A., Los Angeles.
That's a funny idea for a tour. Just to say, like, they're like, did you guys? It's like Stanley Kubrick filmed the exteriors for the Hotel of The Shining, a mere 200 miles from where we are standing. That would be an awesome. Like, you're pointing at an oak tree
Yeah,
and
you're
saying
just, like,
that.
pointing a cardinal direction, and they're just like, "What?
That's so great.
That's what you're bringing up here?"
Welcome to the approximate tour.
Yeah. Just you just get the mile measurement of, like, as the crow flies to all major filming locations that are 10,000 miles away. Sir Ben Kingsley filmed Gandhi 47 years ago. Like, what the fuck? What a waste of a tour.
I just imagine you saying that fact to a group of like 12 teenage girls. You're talking
And they're
about
just
Ben
like-
Kingsley. God.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Like, who?
The scenes for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon were filmed in a bamboo forest, a mere 12 million cubic centimeters away from here.
Cubic.
Yes, volume. It's a measure of
3D.
distance.
Oh, it's so funny. It just, this Godzilla starring Matthew Broderick, which is set in New York City, which is 3,000 miles from here, was actually filmed in Vancouver, which is 400 miles from here. All right.
Welcome to the approximation tour.
dude, that's great.
It's so stupid.
On this day in history, George Clooney was born 1 week ago.
It's so close. we're missing his birthday by a week. Oh, it's so dumb.
Dude, I this is a total change of topic. I just
Do it.
and this goes, and I have no. It's not a story. I just laughed the other day. We had a friend in town. My wife had her childhood friend was hanging out with us for a couple of days,
Uh-huh.
and we were driving in my neighborhood, like a half a mile from my house. You've passed by it. There's a strip club, and
Oh, yeah.
it's called, shout out, Black Diamonds.
Black Diamonds.
So Black Diamonds, we're driving past it, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "That's it's a black strip club. Like it's all black. It's black dancers and all black clientele." And I was like, "It's a black strip club," and he was like, "Huh?" And like he looked puzzled. And he's like, "A black shrimp club." Like, no, not a black shrimp club.
What?
And I was like, "What did you think that meant?" And he was like, "Thought it was like a place where only black people can eat shrimp." He was like, "I don't know." He was like, "I was confused too."
Oh my god, a
It's a black shrimp club.
Jesus.
I don't know why it made me laugh. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
that is no
classic.
That is perfect.
Southern Black Shrimp Club.
Oh, that is so ridiculous.
Uh,
So I got a story to tell you.
Yes.
I mentioned this to you one time, but I'm going to retell it for our listener in the UK. One day I was coming home from work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a beer. This was a while back. And I was like, I'm going to get a
Yeah.
beer, and I'm just going to, like, I know that there's like this bar right here, but then there's also like a strip club right next door, and they serve beer, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like 6 p.m. something like that. And I knew that my maybe it was I was coming home late from work or whatever. It was like the kids are going to be in bed anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'll just swing by there and grab a beer.
Oh,
So
boy.
I pull into the parking lot, and it is slam packed. I'm like, holy shit, this place must be great. So I was like, all right, sure. And I find a parking spot. I go in. Everybody's dressed up. There is no one on stage. There are no strippers to be seen. And I walk up and I order a beer, and I'm like, so what's going on here? Like,
the
what's happening?
haps?
And they're like, this is Cinnamon's funeral or whatever. Like, and I turn and look, and front and center on the stage, I don't know how I missed it when I walked in, but it was like an easel with a photo collage of this stripper who died.
Cinnamon.
And yeah, it wasn't. I made that up. It wasn't Cinnamon, but it was like, it was, Brandy or whatever. Like one of the girls who
I was
worked there.
cinnamon, so this was cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar bit me, and no, dude, that's so great.
It
You
was
walked
like-
into a stripper wake
Yeah,
at a strip club.
it was fucking mind-boggling. And
That's
I
even
called you
better.
immediately. As soon as I left, I was like, oh my God, I got to tell you about this.
That's 10 times better than strippers
It was
stripping.
way better. It was, I mean, R.I.P. Cinnamon
R.I.P.
Brandy.
R.I.P. Cinnamon.
But yeah, it was so funny to me. It was crazy. And so I go home, I go about my life. After I talked to you about it, it was like crazy. The one time I'm like, all right, I'll go check this out. And it's a funeral.
That's awesome,
And
dude.
so I'm at my like a laser tag for like a kid's birthday party, and I tell these guys are talking about strip clubs because in Oregon, Portland specifically, but like even the Portland area, there's like lots of strip clubs. It's just kind of like part of the culture. I guess the loggers were really into just
Oh yeah, sure.
giving away some of that logging money to the ladies.
A bunch of longshoremen and
Yeah, like
yeah.
dudes in the shipping industry. And they like bars are open crazy late and like or open crazy early too. Like there was a bar across the
Ooh.
street from my old office that was like it was open at 8 a.m. or it's like 7 a.m. something.
That's
and
for
people
night
would be
shifters.
out there drinking is after they got off their like
Yeah,
third shift.
I was gonna say there are bars like that near hospitals sometimes, so
Yeah.
that they can go in the morning. But yeah,
just have a nightcap and take off. But yeah. So
you guys are talking about.
I was telling them about this, and they were mentioning strip clubs, and I was like, "Oh my god, you got to like!" And they talked about that one specific strip club. Like one of the guys was like, "Dude, my wife was like trying to go out to this strip club. She was all lit up. She was drunk, and she wanted to go." I was like, "Wow, okay, cool." And I told him that story, and it was like two guys there, and then. The other day, this past weekend, my wife is like, "So what's this I hear about you going to a strip club?"
No.
And I was like, "Yeah, what? Yeah, I went there and it was a funeral and it was hilarious." She's like, "Why didn't you tell me that story?"
So we don't have this conversation?
Yes, exactly. It's like because
it's just easier.
It was just much simpler to be like, "Hey, honey, how was your day?"
But
because I knew that there would be questions.
You didn't know there was a funeral before you walked in there. So yeah, you got me.
I was like, no, hun. I heard about the funeral beforehand. I come up with an elaborate lie trying to explain.
Because I happen to know the person that murdered her.
Because I hate strippers and I want to get them off the planet.
I'm working with the FBI to bring down.
We're busting these hussies.
And then she reveals to you that she works for the FBI, and she knows
I'm actually undercover as a stripper. Honey,
what the hell?
Yeah, so
instead of Mr. and Mrs. Smith is Mr. and Mrs. Doe.
Mr. and Mrs. Doe?
John Doe. John Q. Dude,
so it was really funny to have that conversation. I'm like,
what the hell,
honey,
boys,
please
keep your mouths shut. What are you doing? What kind of bros
I told you
are
this
these?
in confidence.
Yeah, I told you about Cinnamon's funeral in confidence.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Why did you? How could it possibly? So now I'm doing my detective work to see how. Like, I'm pretty sure I know the path of how this got back to my wife.
What a bunch of bullshit! But
yeah, I hate that shit.
Don't they need to Look, they need to understand that it's just funny. Because a person died and their name was Silly. Dude, oh my God.
A person with a silly name died.
Someone we know was murdered. Oh my God, who? It was Sparkle.
Sparkle, rest in peace, Sparkle. I now lay thee down to rest. Burying the fort. I just show up to stripper funerals, okay? That's my thing. I have a good time.
They found Mrs. Landing Strip in a dumpster.
Mrs. Landing Strip.
I can't believe it happened to her.
Oh, she was one of the good ones.
Oh, boy.
She always had plenty of energy.
If only they had been in a black shrimp club, this wouldn't have happened.
No, honey. I went to a shrimp club. I thought it was a shrimp club.
Those guys are wrong. I went to a black shrimp club. Dude, they misunderstood.
You must have misheard
me.
them, hun. They went to a shrimp. I was going to a shrimp club.
I was at a shrimp club.
I thought that the sign said shrimp club, and I was going to get some popcorn shrimp.
No, one of the shrimpers had died.
One of the shrimpers.
Their head got caught in a net pulley.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Have you ever seen Deadliest Catch? I changed the subject so fast. It's like, well, yeah, it's a dangerous profession. These shrimpers.
And what was the shrimper's name that died?
Chocolate.
Sounds like a black shrimp club to me. Yes. Dude, this is the
Shout out
hottest
to all the
pod.
black shrimp clubs out there.
Yeah, hey,
Oh my
look,
God.
shout out UK fan, dude. We brought it this week. You
We
see
brought
that?
it for you, man.
Dude, that
baby.
callback full circle. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
We brought it all the way back. You
So,
gotta be kidding me.
And just for reference for the UK fan, cinnamon is a flavor
It's
that
a
you
spice
put-
added to food.
on food.
Yeah.
So you guys might be familiar with it if you've ever been to one of your Indian restaurants. You guys don't season food.
Not very much. It's not salt. It's not pepper. It's a third thing.
Remember when all you guys died going to China to get it? You guys should use it. You guys remember that time?
I'm
For
sure they use it in bakeries.
centuries?
You silly goose.
I mean, just all the spices.
Yeah. It's notoriously. Man, I don't know why the Brits get that bad rap.
Dude, they don't. You just toss a little salt on the chippies. Just
They
a little.
They do
Just a tiny bit.
little salty salty
Marinate
Susan.
your meat.
Marinate. Dry rub. Marinade.
Hey, if our
Um,
UK fan flies themselves to South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
I will buy them a meal at a fancy Southern restaurant.
Yes. And
And
I
you will
will
be-
fly out to South Carolina to attend.
And Chris will pay for my meal.
And then you have to pay for my meal to complete the circle. You got
And
to pay for my meal.
remember, appetizers only.
We're paying with that Uber Eats money. Come on.
$1,500 to fly to South Carolina, and then you get a $4 she crab soup.
Yeah, and a side of hush puppies. It is, isn't it ironic though that the first battle of the Revolutionary War was fought in Charleston, right? Or was it the first? Or was no? Sorry, it wasn't the
Civil War.
Revolutionary.
The Civil
was-
War began at Fort Sumter,
Yeah,
the South.
I
Fired
misremembered
on
my
it.
wars.
But we did
All the
fight.
historians out there are going to
We
be
did-
pissed.
we did do a lot of fighting at the Revolution. Actually, I don't know what the first battle of the Revolutionary War is. That's a great question.
I think
I feel
it
like I should know that.
was. Yeah, we definitely should. This is like basic American history that we
Yeah.
don't
Look
know
it up,
apparently.
Chris, look it up.
First battle
But we did fight battles of the Revolutionary
American Revolution.
War. Yes. Where was it?
The battles of Lexington and Concord.
Oh, Lexington
in-
and Concord. I
yeah,
did know
it
that.
makes sense that it was closer to Boston, where the whole Tea Party thing happened,
Yes.
and where all of the people who
Where politics
cared
were
the
happening.
most. Yeah,
Yeah. The only reason
Lexington and
Civil
Concord
War
fought on
started-
April 19th, 1775. These initial skirmishes between British regulars and American provincials marked the start of an armed conflict between the American colonies and British troops,
And like we said,
the occupying forces.
we probably should have just stuck it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean at the time
It was a pretty
you guys were
complicated.
pretty shitty.
Yeah, it was a pretty complicated relationship.
Also, during that time, my family was in Ireland getting absolutely reamed by the British. So I don't really care what was happening over here.
Yeah. They. Oh man, we should save this for another pod. But apparently, the Irish potato famine was a partial lie. There was the potato blight, but there was also
No, the
massive
English.
exports of
Yes.
foodstuffs that were grown in Ireland were exported by the British.
Correct.
And they made money off of it while people were starving, which is
Yes.
classic.
So they stole Irish potatoes and they were like, we'll
classic
give you your.
imperialism.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. There was only some cannibalism in Ireland because of it.
God.
Now we're talking
Their population
baby.
only dropped by half or something. Maybe not.
Well,
but
yeah, my family was like, "See ya,
Yeah,
we're going,
a
we
lot
go
were.
to America."
yeah, that's why the population dropped, because of the migration.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of death. Anyways,
Lots of death.
Fun, dude. We don't know. We should study an obscure historical topic and then have a whole podcast about it.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently cracked open. I mentioned to you yesterday or today, or I don't know, that I should read more books, and I'm starting to read this one.
That's a good one.
It's great. It's brutal.
For our listeners, it's Howard
yeah.
Zinn's The People's History of the United States, 1492 to present.
That's correct. The subtitle, even. Wow.
Yeah.
1492. That's where I started, and boy,
That's a good chapter.
it
in
is
that book.
brutal.
Dude,
what happens.
it's so funny. The first chapter of that book, it's just Columbus is like, it's not even like hidden at all. He just shows up and it's like, oh yeah, we could kill the fuck out of these idiots.
Yeah, yeah. He's like
immediately.
Yeah, they're like, they are so nice. They'll share with us.
The Arawaks. Yeah.
You can ask them for the food, like the food on their plate. You can ask them for the clothes on their back, and they'll give them to you without thinking. They just were not
In his journal, he's
possessed
just like, oh,
with materialism yet.
he goes, it'll take like 30 or 40 of us to enslave all of these people. he says that in his own journal.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Columbus is just
He's
so that's a journal entry.
Ugh.
Imagine the thoughts he was like, that's too fucked up to write down. Because he was like, I'm here to enslave. Let's go.
yeah. I mean, his mission was clear, and
True or false is
horrible.
I think it's in that book. Didn't the Santa Maria crash when they landed, and they took the Santa Maria apart and made it into a base? I think they used like the wood from it to make a forward operating base in like the Arawak Nation.
I didn't get that.
Or
part.
maybe that's a detail in another book
maybe,
that I read.
Maybe. Yeah, but
But
if they
I
did, I
remember
mean,
that.
I think that was common though. If there was a shipwreck and
Yes.
you're
Just
on
use
your
the-
fleet, you would just like use
That's why
that
they have.
wood.
It's why they have 3 ships. It's
Yeah.
so that they can lose a ship. And those ships, the crew doesn't make it. Like the whole crew never makes it.
Yeah.
Someone
You're
always
like-
dies.
Yeah, it's like lottery for death.
Dude, you just
You're
get
just like,
hit
all right.
by something and fall off the side, and they're just like, all right, bye.
Yeah, like, well, we can't turn around because of the winds.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Dude, it's
If you swim fast enough, you might be able to catch us. Jesus
if you
Christ.
swim into the mouth of a shark, it won't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
Dude, oh
It
man.
won't hurt as bad as what? Starving to death.
Getting slowly eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
I just started, by the way, I watched
one nibble
episode,
at a time.
I have only watched one episode of it, but it's pretty good so far. It's an AMC show from a few years ago I never watched called The Terror. And it's a true story. It's about it's about 2 British ships that were trying to find the Northwest Passage. And both ships disappeared and were never seen again. And it's like 130 crew members.
Yeah.
And so the ship or the story opens with them trying to go, but I think they're between Greenland and Canada and like making their way through ice.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is to the point where like they have to get out of the boat and like use a saw and saw the ice in front of the boat. And, like it's so insane. And
gross.
and basically they make a go for it, and they could have waited until the ice thawed, but they were like, fuck it, let's go for it. their ice totally encases both boats. Just jink, and they're just like, okay, we're a part of the ice flow now. So now we go wherever the ice takes us for like 6 months. And it's like, oh shit, dude.
That
It's
would
like, what a
suck
setup.
so bad.
It's crazy though, because it's like you're stuck on a boat, but you can literally just get out of it and just walk
and go
wherever
walk
you
around.
want. But
Yeah.
there's nothing out there forever.
Yeah, it's
like,
a barren wasteland, and you can't carry enough supplies to get you to where it's warm again by walking.
And most likely where they're at, it's, by the way, it's like 1845 in this story. And, but it's like where they're at. I don't even know if you could auger through the ice to fish. It's so thick.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, fuck. That's a wild story. I do want to watch it. But yeah, it's called The Terror because one of the boats was called The Terror. I looked it up, and that was the real name of it.
Huh.
I was like,
The
what a good coincidence for a name of a show.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyways.
I recently read The Wager, which is about going around the South. They're trying to intercept a Spanish Armada ship that was taking silver from South America to the Philippines, and they had to go around Cape Horn. They went through the Strait of Magellan, and they shipwrecked on the side, like in Chile. And it was about them like being shipwrecked, how they like tried to survive, and it was quite a good read based on logs and stuff like that, because some of them eventually made it back to Britain from this harrowing experience. It was insane.
That's
the
pretty
story.
Cool. What's it called?
The Wager.
The Wager. I love stories like that.
It's
so into it.
Yeah, definitely read it.
It was like reading Alive. It's like one of my favorite books. Like it's so
survival stories.
I love survivalism. It's so great.
You do watch Alone.
Yeah, it's so good.
And you're just like, oh, this is so cool.
I play survival video games. Like, I'm all about it. I've got a closet full of camping shit. I have all this stuff for real.
You lived on an uninhabited island to shoot a movie in 2014
with you. Yeah,
I was there. It was fucking crazy.
I made a movie called After Exodus. That's really weird. It's on YouTube for free. Go check it out. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
That's the end of our episode. Hey guys, we're all dead. We love you.
We love you.
Big shout out to our UK fan. If you're hearing me talk, you know you're you.
We love you. Take care now.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you, Matt.
Bye, Chrissy. Love you.
Bye.
What would your island do instead? We're